Okay, now I'll quickly show you as well how important I think it is to have the storage box. Alright, I mean, I think pretty much we're the only ones that build them in Australia. Most trailer companies will have a hinged on the bed base, alright, and I want you to lift up that camper to get access to your storage area. Now these tents are quite heavy. Most of the cheaper trailers do a terrible job of this lift up bed system. All the companies got the same setup though. That's very hard to lift up. Most times, it's pretty hard to do. The struts are under a lot of pressure. They can break. I'm always a bit concerned about reaching in underneath these things. They can break. They've got a dust sealing around here. Now the dust sealing is very important, okay, to stop dust getting in, of course. On a hot day, that rubber will stick to this metal. You lift up your bed base and it'll rip off. That often happens, okay. So a lot of problems with this. Now the other big issue, if I can just show you there, for a right hand side swinging tailgate, the kitchen's on this side for pull out, so anything you want to get to is way over here. I can just reach in and touch that if I want to grab an esky or a bag, but I can't really lift it out unless I sort of get in here and try to pull it out. Now for the amount of effort that involves, you might as well leave that down and just climb in the back, okay. But so you can see that's really impractical to have to lift this up every time. Now the other thing is, if you've got your awning set up with ropes and poles, if you've got somebody on the bed, all sorts of things, there's many reasons why you can't lift this up. It's very impractical, particularly if you just want to grab something. Now all the weight's on here now, so it'll be a little bit easier to pull down. But keep in mind when the tent's open, all this weight's off there, and then the struts are still working against them. So very hard to pull your camper top down when the tent's open. Alright, so really, most of the time we recommend is just to lock that camper top down, dust seal it really well, silicone even if you need to. The gust struts, most of the time, particularly on any camper under 10 grand, is going to be mostly a pretty crap job of putting them struts on. Sometimes they come right down here like this, with big ugly brackets that are right in the road. You can't even put an esky in there, let alone anything else. So in that case, you're better off to pull the struts off. Ideally, if you can, buy it without the struts. Some companies charge up to $600 for the gas struts, and then they come here and we've got to pull them off because they're in the road and they're no good. So if you're looking to get a package deal, you don't really need the gas struts, get rid of them. You're much better off with a system like that, where you can transfer all that space outside here now where you can access it. Okay, I can reach in there, no worries. If I want to put the legs down, I can take that all the way out. Okay, so just to show you why a storage box is so much better system than a lift up bed base. Alright, so a few tips there, and very good.